If you want to know what events are coming up in F1 Clash in December, then you are in the best place. Every single month we give you a full look ahead to the month's GPs so that you can target and get equipped ready for them events, because we all want to target the right ones to get the best results rather than just entering every single one in whatever difficulty may come. So hopefully we're going to give you as much information as is allowed at this point to try and direct you in the best possible way. Now, of course, we are limited with information, and I'll go through it a little bit later as well. We've got 2 of the events fully information loaded. We are missing information, but that will be updated down in the pinned comment as soon as we get that information. So don't you worry, that is just a hutch that are slowing down that coming out, and we'll explain why in a moment. So let's cross over then to our main screen. December, it is the Christmas period we're coming up to. GP events, what have we got coming up? Now let's first of all give you all 4 events that are coming. We have got the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the title potential decider in F1, and it is the last race of the season. So that will be from the 3rd to the 7th of December. We then have a trip to the Brazil's finest event from the 10th to the 14th of December, before the Hot Prospect event the 17th to the 21st, and then the Santa's Forge event from the 24th to 28th. So just to give you a quick heads up, we have all the information for the Abu Dhabi and the Brazil events, and then Hot Prospects, we don't have the tracks, sponsor task or boost. And as well with Santa's Forge, we don't pretty much have anything. It is top secret. Even we are not allowed to know the Santa's Forge event. So maybe there is something brewing on the horizon. But we'll give you as much information as possible as we go through. So let's go and take a look at our first event coming up in December. And of course, it is that Abu Dhabi GP. It is Max Verstappen with a 10% stat boost. He has won the championship here before. Can he win it again? But Max Verstappen, Common, Rare and Epic will be receiving a 10% stat boost, as well as the car part of Series 12 Nexus and the rear wing of Valkyrie from Series 11. So they are going to be your featured assets for the week and available with a higher chance drop rate in the crates as well. Now the boost that features in Abu Dhabi is the Palm boost, a really good boost on this game. It has 10 race start, as you can see in the top left corner. You have got 20 tyre management and 20 defending. It is up there with an absolute brilliant boost, and Palm is a must get through to the final round for it to be able to be in your stock. So make sure to go all out for that one. Only comes around pretty much once a year, does Palm, at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So if you don't get it this time, you're going to have to wait a year to get it again. Now the sponsor task then, as we drop that down, you can see then we have your Junior, Challenger, Contender and Champions. They are all level 1 across the board in every single round or above, and it is for race points. So race points is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. You can get an extra 2 race points in Junior for using Slick Shift, an extra 3 race points in Challenger for using Max Verstappen Common. Race points of 4 additional are available for Rare Verstappen in Contender, and then in Champion you can either use Verstappen Epic, Nexus or Valkyrie. It doesn't say you have to use them all for an additional 5 race points, so they are going to be your sponsor task. Now the circuits that are going to be around, we have got Imola, we have got Brazil, we have got Las Vegas, China and Shanghai, Hermanos is Mexico, we have got Marina Bay of Singapore, and Yas Marina I would expect to be featuring twice. So overall, for the Abu Dhabi circuit, this is what it works out to be. You have 5 overtaking circuits, you have 3 race start circuits, so they are your drivers, 5 overtaking, 3 race start. We are going to be able to see 6 power unit circuits, 1 speed and 1 cornering, so very interesting play for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But 5 overtaking, 3 race start, 6 power unit, 1 speed and 1 cornering here at Abu Dhabi. So that is going to be very interesting to see how we get on at that one. But it looks like it's going to be easier scoring because it is 6 power unit tracks. That is going to be pretty madness. Now our next GP event is the Brazil Finest event, and that is going to be here. And look at the two drivers that are included. So that's going to be running from the 10th to the 14th of December. We have got, of course, Fittipaldi and Senna both receiving a 10% stat boost for this event. And the boost is going to be one that we saw recently at the Brazil Grand Prix. One of the worst on the game, as I called it. It is the Samba boost. So that is the GP boost for that week. Now, what does the sponsor task look like for these? Here we go. It is race points again, and in Junior, you will have to use Felipe Massa and Supernova to get an extra 3 race points. In Challenger, you will be required to use Exhale for an additional 4 race points. In Contender, an additional 5 race points will come from the use of Emerson Fittipaldi. And then in Champions, you will need Ayrton Senna level 1 for qualifying, level 2 or higher for opening round, and level 4 or higher for the final round to get an additional 6 points. So again, like this week's GP at the legendary Qatar, some big levels of Senna are going to be required. Now the circuits that are coming up, here we go. I expect Brazil to feature twice. We have got Canada, which is the Villeneuve circuit. We have got Monaco, Shanghai in China. We've got the Hungaroring in Hungary, Azerbaijan and Baku. We've got the Circuit of the Americas with Austin as well. So that is going to be interesting, as well as the 2 Brazil circuits. Now, on that, I expect this is what we're going to be running. 5 overtaking tracks are going to be for your drivers. There is going to be 1 race start circuit, 1 defending circuit, and 1 tyre management circuit. For the setup, you're going to be having 1 power unit track, 1 speed circuit, and 6 cornering. So pretty much a cornering and overtaking sort of required GP event. So if you've got any of them, you've got good overtaking or good cornering, then this might be the event for you to move up higher. But that is your Brazil GP event, Brazil's Finest, coming in the 2nd week of December. Now we're going to move into sort of a bit of the unknown, because Hutch have been not able to give us much information yet because it's not ready, but of course we're going to let you know in the pinned chat down below. So the 3rd event of December is going to be the Hot Prospect event. You can see Behrman, Bortoleto, Antonelli and Hajar are all featured on the thumbnail-y type banner that we have got. And of course, you have got 10% stat boost on Antonelli, Behrman, Hajar and Bortoleto. So they are going to be in featured crates, and 10% during the week of the event. Now the boost last year, so this is not confirmed, but the boost last year was the Frost boost at the Hot Prospect event. So could we see the Frost boost come around again? If not, will we see a new boost be added to the game, or a completely different one in fact instead? So do watch out for that one. But we could see a complete boost change. We just don't know. We can only assume and guess at this point. So I'm going to leave it as a blur. We don't currently know. Now, what is going to be coming? We don't know at this stage. We don't know what the sponsor task is for the Hot Prospect event, and we also don't know what the tracks are going to be. So sadly, we can't give you that information. That is out of my control, but that is the 3rd event. So it's going to be these drivers. I mean, race points is going to be pretty tough to be using them, so maybe we won't get race points. Maybe we'll get something like sponsor task of probably reputation points, maybe, who knows. But at the minute, we don't currently know. So watch this space when it comes to that information. And then finally, we have the Santa Forge event. Now, this is the big top secret from F1 Clash. Even content creators are not currently allowed to know what is happening. So are we going to be having a completely different type of event? What does the Forge mean in the Santa Forge event? Are we going to have something completely different? A new update, a new gameplay type feature? Who knows? But that is what's going to be coming from the 24th to the 28th. And that is literally all we've got. Now, last year at the Christmas event, expect to see the reindeer boost, because that is the Christmas featured boost. But again, we don't have confirmation that is going to be the boost being applied for that week. So again, we don't currently know what it is, but by the time we get this information, we're probably going to be halfway through December. So I wanted to get this out early to you to basically tease you as well, to say there is something different, something special coming to the Christmas week F1 Clash event. So watch this space. I will update you down in the pinned comments as soon as I get more information on the top secret Santa Forge event, and of course the Hot Prospect event as well. So hopefully you are now aware what is coming up in December for your F1 Clash events, and fingers crossed you're going to be able to target at least 2 of them that we fully know about so far. So fingers crossed you are going to get that detail. And of course, we'll just remind you, we have the Abu Dhabi event, the Brazil's Finest event, the Hot Prospects event, and then the top secret Santa's Forge event. So they are your 4 events coming in December. Now let me know what you think. Looks like some difficult race points to kick off the first 2 events. That is going to be tough, but let me know down below in the chat what you think of these events, and maybe have a guess at what you believe the Santa's Forge event could mean for us for that week of Christmas. Let me know down below.